$8.80 El Cordobes, down to Metalwood at $5.70 and Navajo Poet at $7.30. And they're calling them in. 11, 12, 13 and 14 are pretty much long shots. The games up at Albury beat Bronskay and Reckon. Trifecta was 126.50. Now the last couple going in for Sale, race 5. Here's John.
Right, Matthew, main race of the day here, the 25th running of the All City Cup here. A $25,000 race here at Sale. Now Metalwood going in. Nice horse trained in the track by Ian Hutchins by 10 Woodman. Kevin McMahon has Private Income and Principal Act engaged here. Principal Act going in, Durban to move in. Top Walk won this race back in 1994. Getting on in years, but still looks well. Now El Padagi's going up and waiting for Lucknow Fox, and also Top Walk. El Kadabi's going in. Sir Linford's been consistent in recent starts. In placings, he's at 350 on the tote. The tote favourite Sir Linford, trained by Jim Houlihan. Mark Flaherty aboard. $8 number 1 El Trista. This is a New Zealand mare trained by Colin Alderson for Alan and Linda Jones, a place getter in the Wellington Cup this year over the 3,200 metres behind Aerosmith. Nice mare she is too. Here's the last one, Lucknow Fox coming in. And they're ready to go in the All City Cup. Stand by for a start. One rearing in the centre. Top Walk it is, settles again. Minyara's Boy makes a good line. Ready, and they're off. And first out, Navajo Poet in the centre of the line. Sir Linford got out well towards the inside, and Menyera's Boy was away quickly, looking for the early lead. Just ahead there of going up fast, El Kadabis, followed by Metalwood. And over on the inside, El Tristran, just in behind them. Top Walk being followed by Principal Act. A length further back is Durban. Leeds Aces in behind them, and they're followed by Past Master. Further back is Lucknow Fox, and last of all, Private Income. As they run along the back, Menyera's Boy in charge, about a length in advance of El Kadabis. A length and a half into Sir Linford. A half further back to Metalwood. A length and a half El Trista on the inside of Top Walker. They're closely followed next over on the outside by Principal Act. In behind them, Navajo Poet, followed by Leeds Ace on the rails. 2 lengths further back is Durban, a length and a half to Past Master, followed by Private Income, and last of all, Lucknow Fox down the side. Here's a good tussle for the lead now. Over on the inside, one of the leaders here is Minyara's Boy as they run along the side of the track, and Elko Davies has gone up very quickly to tackle it. They're out by a length and a half. Top Walk on the outside of Sir Linford. Metalwood is next over on the outside of El Tristra, a length further back in the field, making ground. Then Principal Act being followed by Durban. On the rails, Navajo Poet a bit further away. Then came Leeds Ace, followed closely by Private Income from Past Master, and Lucknow Fox is last of all. Minyara's Boy and El Kadabis together. Metalwood moving up on the outside as third. Sir Linford getting a nice run on the rails. Top Walkers taking closer order, followed by Durban. Leeds Ace is making ground, and then further back in the field is Private Income as they're making the home turn, where Minyara's Boy down on the inside as the leader. Sir Linford's got a lovely run through, and Metalwood is there in the centre, and down the outside Top Walkers joining in. Deeper on the track is Leeds Ace as they run to the 200 metre mark. Sir Linford headed by Metalwood down to the inside. Navajo Power. Deeper on the track is Leeds Ace, followed by Top Walk. It's Sir Linford, Metalwood, and on the outside Leeds Ace is coming at them. Leeds Ace doing a bit the better. Metalwood kicked again. Might be Leeds Ace just ahead of Metalwood, and close up Sir Linford and Navajo Power. They're followed next home by El Trista. Further back in the field at the head of the others then would be over on the outside. Making ground Lucknow Fox from the rear, followed by Top Walk, and back in behind them Past Master, followed by Private Income and Principal Act. Further back with Minyara's Boy, and a long way back towards the tail of the field, Durban in company with El Cordobes. Looks like Leeds Ace, although Metalwood has kicked strongly. Looking at it from here, Leeds Ace probably from Metalwood, as we see it. Can be tricky here on occasions. And the judge has called for the photo as we look at the final stages of a very keenly contested Oil City Cup here. Minyara's Boys rider elected to stick near the inside, I believe. We're told the going here is better, about 4 or 5 horses out from the fence. That's where El Kadabi's made for. And that is Top Walk in the 2 blue colours, coming through the blinkers, you'll notice. Navajo Part Metalwood in the light blue colours is about 5 off the fence, and Sir Linford holding his position on the inside with a green cap, as you see there. And Leeds Ace coming wide down the outside, the big chestnut with the white feet, and the baldy face here coming at them. Leeds Ace the outside, Metalwood, and the judge calling for the photo. Navajo Parts in the photo for third with Sir Linford. It looks between Leeds Ace, the outside, and Metalwood. And number 3, Leeds Ace is the winner. After the photo, there's the finish. Leeds Ace, and Metalwood kicks strongly on the inside. He's just gone beaten, but Leeds Ace drawing away on the line here. And looks to have won that pretty well by about a neck on the line from Metalwood, and third placing. Another photo called, obviously. 3-9, a further photo. Number 3, the winner, Leeds Ace, ridden by Sam Highland. Number 3, Laird's Ace, ridden by Sam Hyland, the winner. Has won now 3 out of his last 4 starts, 2 at the track here. A 7-year-old chestnut gelding by Jugar from Chisler, raced by Mrs. N.F. Wern, A.L. and J.L. Darcy, P.J. Freyers, and also W.G. Gray and J.H. Macbeth, trained by Chris Hyland at Cranbourne, ridden by his brother Sammy. Wins the 25th All City Cup ahead of number 9, which is Metal Wood, ridden by Jason Patton, and a further photo for third between Navajo Poet and Sir Linford. Have a look. Oh, look what happened here. Gee, he seemed to skip or something. That winner, he's done a good job to win it. Did something wrong. Skipped and turned sideways. Nearly threw the race away. But got going again. He's started to draw away on the line, although Metal Wood kicked back again. And not much in it for third here between the one on the inside, Sir Linford, with the green cap, and Navajo Poets next to him. Laird's Ace 10.73.40 beats number 9 Metal Wood 2.10, and no third number as yet. So we'll confirm that minor placing as soon as he get it. It will be either Sir Linford, number 1, or Navajo Poet, which is number 10. And the time 1:44.5. Laird's Ace just too good for them. Nearly threw the race away, as you saw. They're about 100 metres out. But was too good for Metal Wood. And the photo for third will be back here for race 6 at Sale, the Kingfish Class 4 handicap, starting time 3:33.
Okay, John, thanks. Yeah, I don't know if he slipped or he gave a bit of a kick at about the 100-metre mark, but he came very close to throwing it away. Laird's Ace. So 3, 9 and a photo finish there on race 5 at Sale. It rolls over the years. We've yet to get a slipper winner out of the Illawarra Mercury Classic, although With Me went close when beaten in 1990 in the Golden Slipper. Dane Ripper went on to win a Cox Plate. Ravada made $1 million for Brian Guy. Moss Rocket, and through the years to Stylish Century, Snippets and Mayo Card. There certainly have been some great 2-year-olds, and there's no doubt, I don't think, that we'll uncover a good one this year. Quite possibly it will be Chavog, who's only had, well, he's having his 4th start today. He's had 3 different jockeys. Troy Phillips rode him his first ride, then Jim Cassidy was on the for the next 2, and Mick Dittman takes over today. And 360 for Spend, and he is firming up quite a bit. So let's head to Kembla Grange for the call of the 1998 Illawarra Mercury Classic. Here's Hilton Donaldson.
Righto, Matt, and on course, Chavog is all the rage. He's very solid, a little bit better than the 150 that you can see there, but as soon as bookmakers offered any better than that particular price, it was taken. Spend has been very easy on track, very easy indeed. He'll run a clear second pick. And at 380 is pretty much all you can get here on course. Splendid Horse Medals, the only other 2. Now they're just about ready. Illawarra Mercury Classic. Some of the more notable winners: Mayo Card 86, Snippets 87. With Me, a Stylish Century in 1989. With Me 1990, Moss Rocket 93. Dane Ripper set a race record 2 years ago in beating Armadale and Sovereign State. Last year a field of 6, it was Addy Win. The change to the Thursday for this race meeting has proved a success. A big crowd set to go. They're often racing and beginning very, very slowly. Over on the inside was Air Donny. No speed from him, and Splendid Horse first away. In second place, Hilarity, one of the outsiders. Medals over on the inside, and Chavog Dittman staying clear early. Then the Grey Ivories. 2 lengths away came Spend over on the inside. Out to last went Air Donny. And back with them on, settling down and a mile out of its early ground as they leave the back and head towards the side is Amethysta. They've got about 700 metres to go. It's Splendid Horse about 2 in front. Second on the outside, Hilarity. Chavog is 3 wide. Medals over on the inside, halfway at the 600. Then came Ivory. Spend taken to the outside. Die riding that horse hard. Air Donny has tailed off. 450 metres left to go now on the Illawarra Mercury Classic. And Splendid Horse is the leader. About 2 in front. Medals can get out. Gone Hilarity. Now Chavog popped the big question by Mick Dittman, but Splendid Horse is a big leader. Splendid Horse at the 250 metre mark. Lenny Beasley head down, riding hands and heels. He's a mile in front of Chavog. Then in third place, Medals, and Spend is nowhere, but it's Splendid Horse in front. Chavog stretching out, but much too late. Beautiful ride. Lenny Beasley and Brian Guy, the trainer. Splendid Horse. 3/4 Chavog. About 4 lengths away in third place, Medals. Then came Hilarity, Spend, Ivories. Well back was Air Donny, and last was Amethysta. 1:10.23 is the time. The blinkers on today have made all the difference for Splendid Horse. Lenny Beasley and Brian Guy. Lenny Beasley in the Black Opal Classic elected to allow Speed Week to cross at the 700 or 800 metre mark. Look at Medals jump to the to his right. You can see Splendid Horse got a beautiful start straight to the lead from Hilarity. Chavog stayed in the clear throughout. He'll be improved by that run, the big 2-year-old Chavog, but today the ride of Lenny Beasley has been outstanding. Just allowed to dictate terms in front. $12.50 New South Wales, $14.40 Super Tab, $14 in Queensland. Number 4 is first. And those blinkers have made all the difference. And perhaps at Canberra, Lenny should have kept the front, but it doesn't matter now. And I just wonder whether that makes the Black Opal performance of Speed Week all the more meritorious in terms of the Golden Slipper. You'd think the John Morrissey camp would be ecstatic at that, because Speed Week has beaten Splendid Horse in the Black Opal, and Splendid Horse has beaten Chavog. On merits, I know he did race deep, 3 wide outside the lead, but when Dittman put the pressure on, he did find, and he will be further improved, Chavog. And the disappointment of the race was Spend. Never a winning hope, always a mile back. Dye was hard at work at the
started galloping. So the favourite's going to...
$4.50 and $2. He showed a lot of speed. $1.04 for Chavog. Medals at $2.20. $5.50 Quinella. $35.10 for the Exacta. And the trifecta $140.80. Correct weight and straight to the slipper for Splendid Horse. Now they're ready for the Weetwood. Here's Pat at Toowoomba.
Brewery's Weetwood handicap. They're all in line. Set to go. Ready and racing this time. They've came out at a good line. Bimbadine from out wide was the first to show. Boisterous Lady's going fast. Bimbadine's going to go to the front from Boisterous Lady, and Indy Man got up the third. Then Royal Rego and Don Bellotto. Further out on the track then came going forward Tenuous, looking for a spot with Pocket My Pride. Treasury Chips dropped back along the rail behind that bunch of runners. Then Rodway sees 4 wide on the first turn. Jean's Interest is out 3 deep. They're followed then by our Mr. Woodman. Further back in the field was In Square. Jaredane got back to about 4th last at that point. Then came Beyond Space in trouble. Magic Gent's well back in the race. Next to last was Gentle Rocket, and Lomas is at the rear. Tenuous has worked its way to the front at the 600. It led a length to Boisterous Lady. They're followed on the outside, going up to attack for the lead. There was Pocket My Pride. Back in behind them, Bimbadine's getting a lovely run. Then Magic Gent and Royal Rego, followed by Indy Man. Boisterous Lady is starting to go forward quickly. Treasury Chips behind them. Rodway C to the outside. They're followed further back in the field then by Don Bellotto and Jaredane. Into the straight at the 300 metre mark. Boisterous Lady went to the lead. Pocket My Pride's coming at it. Tenuous is still kicking back. Here's Jean's Interest with a big run, and so is Magic Gent. Jean's Interest at the 200 went up with Magic Gent to take the lead, and down the outside Lomas finishing fast, but Jean's Interest hits the front. Jean's Interest shot away. It's got it won. Jean's Interest has won the money. Photo for second, Magic Gent or Lomas. 4th home will be Indy Man, then Treasury Chips, Pocket My Pride, Rodway C. Further back was Bimbadine and Rip Home, then came In Square. Wide on the track was our Mr. Woodman. Further back was Jaredane. Boisterous Lady pulled up very quickly. Don Bellotto was well back in the field. Beyond Space in trouble early. Finished well back, and last of all to pull up was Royal Rego. The winner's number 9, Jean's Interest for Michael Pelling, has come with a well-timed run down the centre of the track. Went to them at the 200 metre mark. Lomas has come from the tail of the field, and it's in a photo for second with Magic Gent, who made a quick dash as well as they came down past the 200. It made its run with Jean's Interest, but Jean's Interest has just been too powerful for them, and the 4-year-old got to the front passing the 200 from Magic Gent and has held them all at bay to win the money. So the 1998 Carlton Weetwood handicap has been won by number 9, Jean's Interest and Michael Pelling, the combination of Lip and Pelling, who won with Archie Keelia, of course, here at Clifford Park a few years back. They've done it again with Jean's Interest. Archie Keelia doing it in 1994, and in 1998, Jean's Interest has finished with a powerful burst to get up and win. Photo for the minors. Magic Gent is prominent. Ran another great race, Magic Gent, and it's in the photo with Lomas, who's come from near the rear of the field. Number 13, Magic Gent, in the photo with number 15, Lomas for second. And for the first 4 players, I think you'll find Indy Man is very close up. Ran a very prominent race all the way, Indy Man. And I thought it might have just got the 4th prize, but it's 9 and a photo. There's no doubt about the winner of the 1998 Carlton Weetwood handicap. Jean's Interest is owned by PA today, and LJ Maguire is a 4-year-old bay gelding by Foreign Interest out of Arch Command. Is trained by Rex Lip and was ridden by Michael Pelling. Now here go the minor numbers. 13 gets second, Magic Gent. Another place getter for Jim Atkins in the Weetwood. 13 Magic Gent is second. 15 Lomas is third. And 10 Indy Man is fourth.
All right, well, they're official, 9, 13 and 15 on race 6. The Weetwood handicap at Toowoomba, won by Jean's Interest and Mick Pelling. But the minor place getters have really added some value to the trifecta. Magic Gent, 13.15 for a place, and Lomas, who flew home, $23 for a place. 9, 13, 15 on race number 6 at Toowoomba, the Weetwood handicap. Now, Geelong All-Vance, 3/8 on the Weetwood handicap, and Lomas ran a huge race. He rattled home, $23 for a place, 245.30 Quinella. The trifecta paid $14,671.60. The double 5 and 9 paid $60.50 at Toowoomba, with 5 in the first leg being Blakehurst, and the treble on 2, 5, 9 Can Gaze in the first leg paid $284.20, and the first 4 was not won, not surprisingly, and finishing in 4th spot there at Toowoomba was number 10 Indy Man. It wasn't a bad run either. And that's the Weetwood Handicap Trophies about to be handed over now at Toowoomba. That was a listed event. It was worth the same prize money, in fact, as the Illawarra Mercury Classic. It's just that the Weetwood was listed and the Illawarra Mercury Classic was up one notch. It was a Group 3 race, but certainly they got a big line-up there at Toowoomba today. 18 runners and a very good field too, very even field for their main event. Aussie Cosy at Albury is $1.50, El Taquino at $5.80, and the horse halfway down the market is a bit of magic there at $10. But 2's on Aussie Cosy for Albury race 7 with the big weight, 60 kilos for him to carry, but he's a very consistent galloper, or she is, I should say. Aussie Cosy, a mare. She's had 57 starts for 19 wins and 17 minor placings, so she's never far away. A 6-year-old mare with plenty of ability, but plenty of weight. Special Effects is Rod Gallegos' special, race 8, number 4. 20 Perfect Rapture, Special Effects 6.
One in the centre, a bit restless, Pademus. Sectional Time throwing his head about a bit. Now they've settled better. Can't see what's holding them now. Starter's turned the light off, so it's an attendant getting in with sectional time, I think it is. And there's one down in number 2 that the gateman coming across to. Sectional time is steady, but the gate man is there. Looks like it's at the number 2 gate. Stand by. Broadcast. Right. Now, Strathpark has played up in the gates and she's got to be taken out and examined by the vet. So there's a slight delay here. Strathpark has had to be taken out of the gates and examined by the vet. And that's taking place at the moment. The jockey hasn't got off her and she's coming back up to the gate, so she's okay. She's coming up again. Light on again. Now off again. On again. Got to be going soon. They're off. Not a bad start either. Sectional time on the outside, and Aussie Cosy the first to go with Full of Spirit away quickly. A bit of magic is showing good early pace. El Taquino is on the rails. Strathpark is alongside it. They were followed further back then by Pademus, and Rebel Action is last when they settled into stride. When they balance up, Aussie Cosy gets the lead here from sectional time. A length to Full of Spirit and a bit of magic. 2 lengths to Strathpark from No Tepo. On the inside, Mr. Curiosity. Wide on the track, El Taquino. A good way back then, Rebel Action. And last coming to the corner is Pademus. Aussie Cosy leads him into the straight now. About a half a length in front of sectional time. A bit of magic peels out to take on the leader there, and then Full of Spirit, followed by Mr. Curiosity, and wider out No Tepo and El Taquino. Aussie Cosy is defying them though at the 200 metre mark. Full of Spirit getting to second from a bit of magic, and No Tepo out wider. But it's Aussie Cosy in front now. Full of Spirit is lunging at it. Full of Spirit's got Aussie Cosy. Full of Spirit takes the lead. Aussie Cosy is tired and Full of Spirit wins it. Full of Spirit is first. Might be El Taquino second, a nose to Aussie Cosy, No Tepo, a bit of magic, and then just behind the Mr. Curiosity, Rebel Action, Pademus. Sectional time second last, and Strathpark is last. Full of Spirit has bowled them over. Number 2, ridden by Ernie Marchant. Sat behind the leader all the way and pulled out and took her on at the 200 metre mark and gave her the go-by. And they've run 57.69, 57.69, only 0.69 outside the track record. And the numbers are 2, 10 and 1. Number 2, Full of Spirit. Ernie Marchant is first. Number 2, 10, El Ticino. Steve Sharman second. Number 1, Aussie Cozzy. Weakening in the closing stages to be third, ridden by Grant McCarthy. 2, 10 and 1 are the numbers in the City Handicap. A local win. Congratulations to Robert Wellington, the trainer. Full of Spirit is raced by RM and Mrs. B.M. Wellington by Full and By out of Heart of Barrowmill. A 6-year-old brown gelding, been a very consistent horse. He's had 60 starts now for 18 wins. He races well on the track, and today would be his biggest win, probably his biggest win ever, Full of Spirit. They ran the last 600 in 34.87. Last 634.87, and a great win to Full of Spirit, who was too powerful at the end after having a lovely cover behind Aussie Cozzy. Fourth home in the race was number 4, No Teppo, and fifth, number 5, A Bit of Magic. Well, Aussie Cozzy was gallant in defeat, did everything to win, fought them all off, but until the last 100 metres or so, but Full of Spirit receiving 7 kilos from it was just too strong. A length and 3/4 by a nose, the margins, a length and 3/4 by a nose. And that's 60 kilos. When you got to lump it every time you go around, it just gets to you in the end. So gallant in defeat. So she's had a first, a second and a third in this race now over a 3-year period. And next year she'll be at stud. So she's done a great job in the City Handicap, even though she didn't win. But take nothing off Full of Spirit. Great effort to win.
Oh, there's no doubt she's a good mare, Aussie Cozzy, but Full of Spirit, number 2, with the big advantage at the weights, like a big advantage being 7 kilos today, has beaten El Taquino, number 10, and Aussie Cozzy actually back in third spot. So it's 2, 10 and 1 there on race 7, Full of Spirit. A double for Ernie Marchant. Kembla Grange, race 8 in 4 minutes, the Olympic video.
Portugal in the last